Friend, my girlfriend. What's up, girl?
Hi, I'm good. How are you?
I'm well. Friend, you watched the video?
Yes.
All right, friend. What do you think about what you saw in that video? Go ahead, say whatever you want to say, friend. Tell me what you think.
I think it was upsetting and distressing, like to see someone behave that way in the same manner. I don't think situations that occur in the household necessarily need to be published online. Um, like you can have it for your own defense without posting it, or you can send it to a family member if you think they're going to delete it off your phone. But posting it, I don't know because we don't know the situation, we don't know the people. I don't know if she has schizophrenia, bipolar disorder, multiple personality. Like I don't know what it is that caused that behavior. Obviously, the behavior is not okay, but we don't know the underlying condition, so that's why I don't think it's okay to post.
So, being that, like you said, friend, we don't know them, we don't know anything about their relationship. Is you, me, Zilla, anyone in this chat, anyone that sees that video, is anyone in any position to definitively say anything about about their relationship?
No.
Okay, I agree with you. So, friend, if that was a woman, like obviously I agree with you with the whole posting on social media and stuff, but
Mm-hmm.
if it was a woman recording a man doing that, to the women that are in the comments on that video of mine right now saying that this is reactive abuse and it's a red flag that he's recording her and he's being so calm. Do you think the same women that are saying those things in the comments would be saying that if it was the other way around, or would they be saying stuff, friend, like, "Yo, girl, you need to like get
Are
away
you
as
saying if the
fast as you"?
woman's as calm as he is?
Yeah,
Yeah, I personally would say the same thing. Like, I do think it's a bit weird that they're so calm, but to me, the way that I perceived it was, well, if he's so calm, either A, he's been exposed to it excessively, or B, he's aware of whatever caused it. I can't say what caused it, whether it's they have a mental disorder, whatever else.
but
I
friend,
personally, if a woman
go ahead.
posted the same thing, I would say the same thing. I'd be like, how is she so calm? Why is she so calm? Is this a consistent occurrence? But I'd also ask again why it's posted on social media.
But friend, what's wrong with him being calm? If he was being very
So okay, so
loud,
like imagine
wait,
like
wait,
you're
wait, 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 wait finish, quick, friend. What's if he was being very loud and yelling at her to stop and stuff? Would that not make it worse on his part as a man? Go ahead.
I'm not. So the way that I'm looking at it isn't in regards to solely gender, right? Like if I had a friend or a partner or whoever who was doing that in front of me, like at a random, I would be like panicking. I'd be pacing. I'd be on the phone to my mom personally. When people are calm in periods of like significant distress, they've either usually seen it before, are in
Mm-hmm.
shock, or are used to it. Like they're just simply used to it. Like they know what's going on. Like they know that it's used to it. Man or woman, if you're really really that calm in that scenario, like I don't hear like heavy breathing in the back or whatever. Like yeah, I'm like a little bit concerned because honestly, like I've been in one scenario where a friend of mine was just not behaving normally, had never seen
Mm-hmm.
it before, and we were like, oh my god. First reaction wasn't to be calm, it was like, what the fuck? Like, do we call our moms? Like, what do we, like, literally, like, what do we do? Like, so to me, like, if someone's like calm, usually it's a result of exposure. Like, they've seen it before, right?
Yeah.
But I mean, and I'm being serious, like, when people have like a mental disorder that you're not aware of, and it's something that like comes on very randomly, like you panic. Like, but that's whether you're a man or a woman.
Yeah.
That's not about. It's not a gender thing. It's just like it's like a thing. Like it's just a human thing. When we see things we're not used to, we usually are like, what? Like, what's going on? Now, if he's seen it before and he's been concerned about his safety, of course, like it makes sense to record it. The
Mm-hmm.
only issue I have is like the posting it online thing. Just because whether it's a man or a woman being recorded, I don't think it should be posted online. Like I've seen multiple men being posted online by like their, I guess, girlfriends or ex-girlfriends, and I don't think that's right either. I just don't
Yeah,
think it's
and
right.
someone in the comments, because friend, those women that are making those definitive comments as if they are in the relationship or know these people in real life and know them and stuff, This man has videos on his
I saw.
profile.
I went back whilst you were speaking to Sultry, and I looked at them.
Yeah.
In
So,
my opinion, like I think there's something more going on underlying. Like maybe
of
she
course.
has an issue, or maybe she grew up in a very abusive household. I don't know. It's not what I would consider normal behavior. Normal is subjective. That said, I still don't think it's right to post it online.
Okay, but you don't have a problem with him recording like
No,
for his own safety to protect his name
no,
and stuff? Okay.
no. I think anyone should record whatever it takes to ensure their safety or make sure they have evidence, whether that's phoning someone when like you're pulled over just so that like there's a record of it or like whatever else, like whatever it takes for you to be safe, do it. But the second you make it public, you not only open it to public opinion, you also
Right.
open it to public criticism and judgment. And that's
Right.
when it becomes difficult to defend in the court because you've already put it online. So realistically, the defense team can really, argue that this was performative on like either side.
Right.
And that's where it becomes an issue for me because if he's trying to make sure he's safe, send it to a family member in case they delete it off the phone or they break your phone. You know what I mean? Like I just think
Mm-hmm.
that's the right way to go about it. But then when you were saying about like why don't men tend to call as much, like about these scenarios, so the National Coalition Against Domestic Violence literally has a quote, and it says, by intentionally denying Black people access to economic opportunities, the ability to build generational wealth, healthcare, education, and a sense of safety from governmental systems, racist policies increase the prevalence of risk factors for domestic violence. And I think that applies to both the men and the women, right? Like, people are so uncertain and so untrusting of, like, people, places, institutions, because historically it hasn't been good to them. And I think that plays a huge role in why people don't report things.
But can you agree, friend, that women report significantly, like not even close, more than men do?
Well, we do have a larger female population than men. So numerically, yes, it would make sense. But I do agree. I understand that, like, via the way that the society is built, right, like we automatically see women as weaker, like it does hold more weight. That
Even an
said,
even an accusation, right? That hasn't been proven to be true.
so the issue with accusation, and I haven't done sufficient research on, like per state, per county, whatever, but allegation doesn't usually lead to either like permanent removal of someone from the home, etc. So maybe it would be held as strong, but I personally can't like give a definitive like opinion on that because I haven't done enough research.
Can you acknowledge that? Okay, let's say just speaking hypothetically. Let's say it's a situation like that. The man doesn't record, and the woman is behaving in the way that that woman in that video is behaving. And obviously, in that video, he's just recording her for his own safety and his own protection. But after she's done banging her head on the floor and doing all that extra stuff, she calls the authorities, friend, and says that I need you guys to come here because my man has been, my man just was like hitting me and doing whatever else. And the authority comes and they see that this woman has dents on her forehead and whatever else she may have done
Okay,
to
so
herself.
here's the thing. Police are very different to lawyers and like certified like witnesses, like expert witnesses. So like of course they have to go off of like what they see, right? So they see something, they kind of act with it. They're not qualified or allowed to do like a medical inspection or really ask the questions that a lawyer asks. That's the reason why they're first response, not second or third, right?
Uh
Because
huh.
you want an immediate response, which is usually based off of your eyes, not like facts. So yeah, perhaps if he wasn't filming, like, but that's why I said I'm okay with him filming. I'm not okay with it putting it online. Same way I wouldn't be okay with a woman putting it online, right? Like, bit
Mm-hmm.
different. But yeah,
But
perhaps. But I also
but
think,
friend,
can you recognize
go
that that's a consequence of the so-called patriarchy? Like, there's a book by it's a really good book. I think you'd actually enjoy it. It's called The Legacy of Patriarchy. It's by Robert Balladia, and he has this one quote in it. which really stuck out to me. I had to do like a recent like research thing, so that's why I know about it. But it
Uh-huh.
says is hegemony is an accurate description of the action of patriarchy, the final internalization of hegemony that leads to self-controlling behavior follows upon a long period of direct or indirect control lasting, in some cases, centuries, if not longer. For me, the way that I'm looking at this is like, would police probably automatically believe her? Yes. But the root cause is because it's literally because of how men and women have been painted, and that's just like been deeply routed in society for years. Like we automatically think women are weaker and men are stronger, and like that's a consequence of that, and it's an unfortunate consequence, but that's what has happened. And both men and women are to blame for that, right? Like we all participate in society, but
Mm-hmm.
that's the consequence. Unfortunately, like that's what happens.
Hey, friend, they said, what's the title of the book again?
Yeah, for sure. It is chapter 1, The Legacy of Patriarch. I'll type it in the chat
Okay.
just in
We're gonna
case.
type it in the chat, y'all. But friend, like you said, you can agree that they're like you said, we don't know where they're located and what the laws are of their certain jurisdiction, but you can acknowledge that there are instances where, you know, the woman will do whatever she does to herself, call the authority, lie on the man, and not that the man will go to jail, but he will be taken away or asked to go somewhere else for the time being.
And I don't think that's
Okay.
right either. Right? Like it's unfortunate. It's really unfortunate. Like there is no other way to describe it. Like it's not right, and you can't necessarily say it's wrong because there are instances where it does happen, and like someone should be removed, man or woman. But it's really hard to like decide at that given point. I think for law enforcement where to draw the line on like that eyewitness perception,
And
right?
friend,
Like
I know you said you don't have no problem with like him recording. You just don't agree with the social media. But like for women that feel that are like it's a red flag that he's even recording her acting like this.
see, I don't
So to
agree with
those women,
that.
I say if he doesn't record in like the situation I just proposed, friend, and she calls and lies on this man, and he doesn't have
No,
anything to
I think
like
I think
prove.
everyone when they're in the point, whether it be like in an Uber or you're walking down the street, if you feel like you're in danger and your phone has sufficient battery, record it. You should, because that's one of the only benefits of technology that you can have like literally evidence that cannot be disproven. Like you should record
Right,
when you're feeling unsafe, man or woman, you should record. But if someone's
right,
like not if like your partner's just crying, like because like you had an argument, like that's not a situation to record, right? Because you're just
right,
upset. They're just upset, man or woman. But like if you feel in danger or like something's just not right, yes, record it. Whether it's a voice memo, a video, have that for yourself and send it to either your own phone number or someone that you trust, friend or family. I think that's really important. You should do that.
yeah. I say I agree with you. I agree with you 100%, friend. And you know what? You know, being that, especially when that's your woman or if that's your man, it is
Mm-hmm.
kind of interesting. I don't understand why
It's
you would
hard
bring
to
it to social
do.
media because it's
Yeah.
like it doesn't have anything. It's none of my business and it's none of your business. It's none
Right.
of Zilla's business. It's nobody else's business. And like you
And
said,
I've got to be
when
honest,
you
like I think the problem that people might have with it is that like posting it might be perceived as a desensitization to it. Obviously, if they've been exposed to it for long enough, like I get it, like you might be a bit desensitized. Like I have no idea what's going on with them. Personally, and I'll just close this. I was in a relationship with someone who was like narcissistic for a while, and I recorded like a few conversations to play to my therapist because I was like, am I crazy or is this like not okay? I would never post it on social media because it would like upset me personally. So I think
mm-hmm,
that's where people, men or women, might be coming from on that. But I also think they need to remember it's not them. So if that was his own mean of like making sure it was somewhere saved, like maybe I can excuse it. I mean, you can post videos on private, but like, but like that's really the only part I disagree with. Just like the posting it, you know what I mean? Because it's weird to me. Like I don't know. I just think like if I was upset by a situation, the last thing I personally would do is post it. Would you post it if you were upset by something?
No, I'm not gonna post it for. I'm not gonna post it for the media. But I just know as a man, like I said, friend,
You would
if I
record it,
don't
yeah.
record, there's a possibility that she could call authorities and lie on my name. So I'm gonna always make sure as long as I'm able to, I'm gonna make sure that I protect myself and my own safety and have evidence for myself, just in
Got
case
you.
that was to happen. Hopefully, I never have to experience that or
Yeah.
deal with a woman of that ilk. But it's very. But I'm not gonna post social media. Like what? Like you see what I'm saying? Like like you said, when you put it on social media, now you just have people like just all in your business and it just leaves it up for interpretation, and it's just like there's no benefit to posting it on social media for the world to see, in my
Yeah.
opinion.
I agree. I agree with you, like 100%. But I also like agree, man or woman, guys, if you'll ever feel like you're in danger, you must record it. Like you should. Or if you're like confused about a situation, like someone's like verbally abusing you, but you think you're like confused, literally record it. Like you could show it to a therapist or your family and be like, "Am I crazy?" Like it's fine to have something on camera or like record it. Like go for it. Because at the end of the day, you don't know what might come of that. And the same like with Gabby Petito or whatever her name was,
Yeah, yeah,
that was so upsetting and distressing. It's also upsetting and distressing that she was the only one posted when there's so many women have gone missing. But like that's a different scenario.
yeah,
But like that shit was scary. Like because like low key when I watched the camera footage of the cop, I was like, I don't agree with the way they're handling this. Like to be honest, like
and
they were
that's
like, oh,
subjective, friend. I mean,
it's 100%
that's
objective. Like, but like the way that they were like, oh, she's really emotional. Like, what? Like that had me like flabbing. I was like, what the hell do you like? Yeah,
yeah,
I'd be emotional too.
right,
Like what? But like I've seen so many like scenarios where people just get like abused, men and women, and it's just not okay either way. Either way,
yeah. It's never
it's never
okay.
okay, and it's not
I
okay to
just
abuse someone
yeah,
mentally, physically, emotionally. Like never okay.
friend, we just need to bring more awareness for men that this happens to men too. And I don't know if there's ever going to be a time where we're going to have a bunch of men calling authorities on women and reporting stuff on women, but we do
I
need to
think
get
if
to a point.
men's stereotypes decreased, and like we like I think both men and women see each other as not necessarily as human as each other, and since like throughout history men have been meant to be like strong and like protectors and providers, and women are meant to be like subtle and weak and like I don't even know what else, right? But like I think both really need to change, especially because we are becoming a lot more equal in the eyes of society. Like that's something that needs to be portrayed as well in like men's emotions. Like they're allowed to be validated for being abused.
Right.
Like they shouldn't have to sit through abuse. No one should.
Exactly.
So
I agree with you,
that's
friend.
kind of where I'm coming on that.
Hey, friend,
Also,
I'm
how
about
have
to
you been?
be
How was your busy
friend, I'm about
quarter?
to tell you. I'm about to be listen. I'm about to be released from jail this Friday afternoon. So Friday evening, Friday evening, we are back to the bullshit. We are back to our regularly scheduled programming. Listen, listen. I'm probably gonna be in Philly next month. So we probably gonna link. We gonna link when I come out to Philly.
Okay, bad.
All right.
All
Take
right,
care. All
I will
right.
let you speak
We
with
gonna
him.
link.
Yes. Have a
All
good
right. Bye.
evening.